I got a really great email. I think this came from Dion, who said, David, have you ever noticed how Republicans don't care about the welfare of small businesses when it comes to net neutrality or Walmart, but all of a sudden, when it's about Obamacare, they are always on the front lines of defense, claiming it is terrible for small businesses. This is an absolutely concise and accurate distillation of the double standard around supposedly being for small business. Supposedly Republicans support small business. We hear this all the time. They say it all the time. They argue that if the rich and super rich and corporations get tax cuts, it's good for small businesses, when in reality, it just allows the richest Americans to save more of their money in a bank account, not really stimulative to small businesses. However, when you actually cut taxes for low and middle class individuals, because they have a much higher marginal propensity to consume, you really do stimulate small business because those people need that money, whereas the groups with the higher incomes don't need any additional money. They're unlikely to spend any of it. However, then we see that they argue that Obamacare should be repealed because it places an undue burden on small business owners to provide health care to their employees, even though they might not be able to afford that. It's bad for small business. They care about small business. Unfortunately, then we see that they unilaterally and unanimously love companies like Walmart, known to drive down wages, leaving less money for people to spend at small businesses, known to literally drive small businesses out of business. Now, Lewis, is driving small businesses out of business good for small businesses or bad for small businesses?
David, that's just capitalism. That's just the way it goes. I guess in their opinion, you probably shouldn't even ask that question because it's just the nature of the beast.
It's a heretical question. And then lastly, as Dion said, when we look at net neutrality, we look at internet law favoring huge platforms and content providers to pay more for fast lanes, in spite of the fact that it will put small businesses at a disadvantage. It will put independently run media at a disadvantage. And the huge advantage is for the really big businesses. So again, it's about opposing Obamacare in great part. The idea that the Republican Party today, 2014 in the United States, is for small business is an obvious distortion of the truth, and we only need to look at the policies to realize it. But it's become a popular meme, Lewis. We hear it. Joe the Plumber's entire fake campaign around supporting presidential candidate McCain over presidential candidate Obama was based around the idea that he thought Obama would be bad for the small business, which he wasn't even involved in reality. But putting that aside for a second, this is a really popular idea on the right, and it's just not true.
Not true at all. And let's not forget that small businesses aren't the ones contributing millions of dollars to campaigns for candidates. So, of course, they are siding with big business because big business keeps them in their cushy jobs.
Yeah, if you look at who is going to benefit from the increase from $123,000 per campaign cycle in contributions limit to the unlimited contributions allowed by the McCutcheon case decided by the Supreme Court recently, it's not the small business owners that the Republicans claim to support. It's disproportionately the top executives at these huge multinational firms. That's exactly right, Lewis. And it's sad to me because I'm not really trying to argue with people. I'm just trying to show them that they're being deceived and they're voting against their own best interests. Basically what the entire Tea Party movement is based around, right? Supporting policies that don't have your best interests in mind. And I don't know how to more clearly communicate this to people.
Maybe you can't, David, but certainly knowledge is power.
Yeah, I agree with you there. This is viewer-supported independent media. Please support our program by going to davidpakman.com/membership and becoming a member today.